Hey guys, first of all, with all the negative to very medium reviews that this movie has been getting, I feel like I have to redeem this review of mine because I felt the movie was a good movie. When I watched the trailer, I initially felt that the sole plot might only be the fact that Siddhant and Deepika are having this affair behind their friends or relatives or whatever, but it's so much more than that. And I'll agree that my interest did peak after finding out that it's a Shakun Batra movie because Kapoor and Sons is easily one of my top 10 favorite movies. This is considering Bollywood, Hollywood, and everything. So, the common thread that unites Kapoor and Sons and this movie is that they both involve a lot of moral ambiguity. And 99% of the Indian movies that I watch, especially these days, don't have that at all. I was actually curious and I went and Googled about this. And there was an article which showed movies like Awara, which incorporated this moral ambiguity, but these are all pre 2000s. So, right now, we don't have many of these options to watch. And in fact, you can consider this movie to be like a completely inverted, dark themed version of Kapoor and Sons, because in that case, it tried to make us feel heartwarmed despite all the moral ambiguity. But here, the movie tries to make us feel restless. And in fact, I think people watching the movie would try to keep a count, at least an arbitrary count, of all the good and the bad that the characters are doing or the characteristics that define these characters. I think close to the halfway mark, I gave up because the gray shades got too complicated and it was getting more and more impossible to morally reason out the actions of these characters. I mean, this is not to say that the actions don't make sense. If I had watched the movie pausing it every 10 minutes, then I could have easily guessed the next move of these characters. But I'm saying that it's not possible to root for one character, consider them as a protagonist, and think that they have the noblest of all causes. Everyone in the movie, including Ananya's mom, who we only see in two scenes involving a video call with her, which will amount to less than 10 minutes, each have their own agenda and work towards that only. So there's not even an ounce of altruism in these main characters except Deepika's father, played by Naziruddin Shah. So through the course of the movie, one of the trio dies, and from there, the movie does take a turn towards the thriller genre. But I'm recently starting to enjoy these genre mixes. You know, you start going to these movies, you start going to Gehraiyaan, thinking that it's going to be like a noir drama kind of a thing, but it also incorporates this thriller factor after this character's death. I think even Bhutakalam in Malayalam had this horror slash sort of depression drama kind of a mix. And I'm starting to enjoy those, so no complaints about those. I have no complaints about the acting, even though I didn't find anything to be phenomenal or notable. But I do think that Ananya and Deepika were cast well because Ananya's character needs this childish, innocent person who, for most parts of the movie, she misses the bigger picture. And for Deepika's character, it needs more maturity and portrayal of more layers of emotional struggle. And there are a lot of scenes where you can read between the lines. So, for example, this character called Karan, who is Alisha's fiance, Alisha is the character played by Deepika, he says to Tia, played by Ananya, that she's a gold digger. But you can feel the irony in the movie because Karan is the one who is leeching off of Alisha's money as well as emotions. And in another scene, Zain, played by Siddhant, tells Alisha that she can now sail on her own. And the scene is coming in the movie where Deepika is really, she has finished learning how to sail the yacht, but he also means that she started taking decisions for herself and started taking control of the course of her life. Rather than interpreting Gehraiyaan as the depth that these characters or dialogues have, I felt it more to resonate with the depths to which Deepika's character Alisha is pushed to continuously in the movie from start to finish. The ending, specifically the last 2 minutes, completely caught me off guard. And if you're into watching movies that are not of the general template of having moral righteousness or having one or two fixed protagonists that you can root for, and if you enjoy movies where the stakes against these characters keep building and they never fade, then I think you should watch Gehraiyaan. Thanks. Okay, bye.